Hey guys, this could be the practice test, me going through it. Again, this should look exactly like the test that you'll have tomorrow. So starting off, the things that you'll get the formula to find the vertex, which is the negative b divided by 2a. And then just a reminder that standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. So starting off, first two questions are going to end up being just you reading stuff off of a parabola that's already pre-graphed. So a reminder of what we have vertex. We'll be talk about that a lot. Is a coordinate point, and it is also the highest or lowest point of a parabola. So in this case, it's going to be -2, and again, we write it as a coordinate point, -2, comma 5. Because again, that's the point that I just graphed. It's the highest point in this case. Axis of symmetry is going to be the x value. So x is equal to, what is that middle point on? It is on -2. So x is -2 in this case. The domain, again, this is kind of like a trick question because it's a parabola and it goes forever left and right. It is Ri, or all real numbers. So real numbers. I did a terrible Ri, but it's all real numbers. And then range in this case, though, is actually important. That vertex is the highest point in this parabola, so the graph exists everywhere underneath that point. Or you can say that y is less than or equal to 5. So the values of y are anything 5 or below, basically. And then min/max. In this case, the max, because that we can see the highest point, the maximum it'll be is 5. So it's kind of similar to your range. So that's the one on this one. Doing it again, literally the exact same thing. I'm going to move my face so you can... Oh, wait, I forgot I had to grab it doing this. Woo! So doing this one, right? Same things. I'm going to go ahead and start with what is my vertex. It's going to be this point right here. The vertex in this case is going to be, reading off this graph, 3, -4. 3, -4. The axis of symmetry is going to be this line right here where it starts to reflect. And that is going to be x is equal to, in this case, 3. The domain, as a reminder, is Ri, or all real numbers. The range in this case, because we can see the bottom of the graph, it's going to be anything above that vertex. So it's going to be y is greater than or equal to -4. Because anything above -4 is where the parabola exists. And then in this case, we can see the lowest point because it's going to continue going forward upwards. So the minimum in this case is going to be -4. Remember to actually circle the min-max. Alrighty, continuing on, I'm going to go ahead and grab my face again. In this case, we have what is the vertex given this standard form. In this case, right, we're going to use this formula. -b divided by 2a. What we have here is, let's see, positive 20 is a b, or b. So it'd be -20 divided by, in this case, 2 times 2, which is 4. Or it's going to be -5 is our x value. -5. So I'm going to put -5 right here. Using that -5, we're going to plug it back into the equation and find our y value. So in this case, I'm going to actually zoom in just a little bit. We would have I'm going to do this in a different color, actually. 2 times -5 squared plus 20 times, I'm going to do this in parentheses, actually. 20 times -5 plus 1. So this would give us, I'm going to just actually start simplifying. We're going to have 2 times positive 25, because negative 5 squared, plus negative 100 plus 1. Okay, then we're going to have 2 times 25, which is 50. We get rid of that plus sign, do 50 minus 100 plus 1. So we're going to have negative 50 plus 1, which gives us negative 49 is our y. So our point is negative 5, comma, negative 49. Okay, that's our first one. Next one, let's see what we end up having. Okay, we have, let's see, negative. Oh, the b is actually already negative. So because our formula is negative b divided by 2a, right? And the b given to us is negative, right? Means that what you'd end up writing is, I'm going to go ahead and make my face a little bit smaller. I want some more room here. So in this case, right, we're going to end up having, sorry, make this a little bit larger. There we go. Positive 6, because negative b, and we already have a negative, 2 negatives make a positive, is positive 6 on the top divided by 2. In this case, 3 is our x. So in this one, we'd have positive 6 divided by 2, which would give us 3. 3 is our x. Let's plug that back into the formula. So we have 2 parentheses 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 1. And then so we're going to have 2 times 9 minus 18 plus 1. 18 minus 18 plus 1 leaves us with 1 being our y value. So y is equal to 1. So our vertex is 3, 1. Alrighty, this next part, this is technically something a little new. What is your x-intercepts? Well, where does the parabola intersect or intercept your x, the x-axis? So that would be right here. Oops, let me get a pen. That'd be right here and right here. Because again, this line is the x-axis. So the parabola is intercepting that at those 2 points, meaning that my 2 coordinate points would be negative 2, 0 and positive 2, 0. Those are the 2 coordinate points of those 2 sections. Alrighty. Let's move my head. Oh, let's grab that. Woo! Oh, bring it down. Oh, no, not that. There we go. So we have the number 6 and number 7 here. In this case, we actually not too bad of problems, because this one is literally just saying, does this function have a minimum or a maximum? Well, because the bowl is facing upwards, we can see the lowest point. So in this case, it's going to be a minimum. If the graph was reversed, so if the graph looked like this, it would be a maximum, because we could see the highest point of the graph. But the graph given to us is facing upwards, so we can see the lowest part of the graph. And then finally, the test of what you're doing today, graphing a quadratic function. So there's a lot of parts to this. Finding the vertex, graphing the axis of symmetry, and plugging in a secondary point so that you can actually graph your parabola. So vertex in this case is going to be negative 8 divided by 2 times 2, which would be 4. So my x for my vertex is going to end up being negative 2. So my vertex, I have negative 2, comma, don't know yet. So then we have, I'm going to start doing my vertex over here. We have 2 times negative 2 squared plus 8 times negative 2 plus 1. So that's going to give me 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 would give me positive 4. 8 times negative 2 would give me negative 16 plus 1. This would give me 8 minus 16 plus 1 would give me, let's see, let's give me negative 10 plus 1 would give me negative 9 as my y value for this case. So my graph, or my vertex, I should say, is negative 2, comma, negative 9. That is my vertex. It's the lowest point of the graph or the highest point of the graph. Don't know yet. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and graph that. Negative 2, comma, negative 9 would be all the way down here. My guess is that it's going to be the lowest points considering it's almost straight off the graph. Or let's hope anyways. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, just because I now need to do the next parts, which is actually drawing the parabola. This though, I have my axis of symmetry is straight down the line right here. And I'm going to choose a value of, just because it's easy, I'm going to do negative 1 because it's off the x-axis. And it should hopefully make this a lot easier. 2 times negative 1 squared plus 8 times negative 1 plus 1. So this would give me negative 1 times negative 1 would give me positive 1, which would give me 2. 8 times negative 1 would give me negative 8 plus 1, negative 6 plus 1, and then finally negative 5 as my y value for this point that I'm creating, which in this case was negative 1, comma, negative 5. So if I graph that, that would be right here. So if I drew my parabola, it would be reflection point right there. Looks something like this. There you go. That's the practice test. Again, that's going to be your test tomorrow. One question of graphing the full function, being able to label all the parts, and then finding the vertex quite a few times. Hopefully this helped. Again, you probably used a different value of x than me for doing this last part of the graphing of the function. Peace.